in isolation. And we can't support Mr. President if we don't fully identify with him, not backyard support. So we have taken that decision today since we've gotten a pass. Everyone here who have followed me, who have suffered with me, our decision today, this evening, we are moving to APC.
Hello, everyone. I'm sure you've heard the breaking news going around. This one is really, serious case of Vevekuve. Fubara has defected and gone into APC. It was a breaking news that was, given out earlier. Let me just read from Channels TV, what Channels TV has out there. It says, updated Governor Fubara defects to APC. He announced this at a stakeholders meeting at the Government House in Port Harcourt. Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State has defected to the All Progressive Congress APC from the People's Democratic Party PDP. He announced this at a stakeholders meeting at the Government House in Port Harcourt on Tuesday. Fubara said he decided to leave the PDP to support Bola Tinubu of the APC, saying that he would have become a former governor without Tinubu's support. Let me just stay here. I mean, on a very serious note, if we continue to put people who do not have courage in offices, right? Democracy, this is what we continue to see. Because somebody who has never fought for himself cannot fight for another. Somebody who cannot stand for himself cannot stand for another person. Someone like Siminalayi Fubara was brought in, his hand was taken like this and brought in there. You understand? Even though the people voted for him, but he was the one the people were told to vote for, right? And they brought him in there. So he doesn't know what it is to be on your own, stand on your own, fight for something, get something, really get the mandate of the people based on you. There's that thing about when people vote for you, you are beholden to them. They're like, no, these people, I can't let them down, no matter what. So he doesn't know that. The reason that he got into where he is because he's a boy. He's one who can lick behind, and all of that, and he can scuttle on the floor, he can kneel down, he can roll on the floor. Even if you want him to roll in the gutter, he will roll in the gutter for you. So with that kind of a person, those people who have that kind of attitude, they don't know how to fight. And today he comes out to say that he would have been a former governor if not for Tinubu. Who removed you? People voted for you. Tinubu did not bring you in. He didn't campaign for you. You were not on the same day. And then he unconstitutionally used a power and removed you. Went to get the National Assembly, which is also full of very cowardly people who anything that Tinubu wants, they say how high. You understand? The biggest advocacy, the biggest activism we should be looking at today is how to get people into the National Assembly. Because that is where the real danger is. How do we get people into the National Assembly? Because the slaves we have in National Assembly right now, they will sell all of you and including themselves. Let me use Nigerian English, plus including themselves, without knowing that they have sold themselves, or they will even willingly sell themselves because they feel that being slaves is better for them to courageously stand for Nigeria and the people of Nigeria. So I've heard Fubara talking about this thing repeatedly, saying, are you okay? Is something seriously wrong with you? Did they drop you when they gave birth to you? That it's now that it's bringing its head up? Who was the person that removed you in the first place? Or is it Stockholm syndrome? I think this is a classic case of Stockholm syndrome. So you are not seeing the perpetrator, your abductor, the person that did you wrong as is the hero. You are not seeing the villain as the hero, who if not for him, you would have been former. If not for him, you would not have lost 6 months in the same. This is the same person where the reason why all of that drama happened was because members of the state houses of assembly had defected to PDP. So if you know you didn't have liver to fight, why did you start the fight anyways? Courage is not something you just suddenly get. If it's not in you, it's not in you. And for everybody who is courage is not that it's the absence of fear, that oh, you do things without fear. You know there is fear. You have that fear. And in spite of the fear, you do it. You're ready to pay the whatever it is that needs to be paid. You're ready to pay the ultimate price. You're ready to lose whatever it is that whatever it is they think they're losing. That's how you have courage to keep going. So what was that all about when he started all of that? He's going to whatever. PDP had gone to court on that whole issue. The Supreme Court did not take that matter until the end. Absolutely crazy. So we have every reason, because the truth, let nobody be fooled in this state. We have the people, we have the supporters. Our only thank you to Mr. Tinubu. They put president. I'm not going to put president. That one it's not my president. It's to support him. We cannot support we cannot support Tinubu in isolation. We cannot support Tinubu if we don't fully identify with him, not backyard support. We have taken that decision today since we have gotten the pass. Everyone here who had followed me, who had suffered with me, our decision today, this evening, we are moving to APC Fubara. His defection came 4 days after the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Marty Amewule, and 17 others dumped the PDP for the APC on December 5th. The lawmakers had blamed their departure from the PDP on the crisis in the party. Others who dumped the party were Deputy Speaker Anyway, they were just listing, they listed a lot of, because this one massive, listing this one's names massive. It's just a waste of time. Anyway, the people that were there, whether we call them people. Following the departure of the Speaker and other key members of the House of Assembly, there were reports of mounting pressure on the governor to move to the ruling APC. The oil-rich South region had been a stronghold of the PDP since 1999, but the party's defeat to the APC in the 2015 presidential election prompted a realignment that forced political heavyweights, including governors, to join the ruling party. Before his defection, Fubara was the only governor on the platform of the PDP in the South region, following the recent defection of governors Sheriff Oborewori of Delta and Umo Eno Akwa Ibom to the APC in April and June, respectively. Governor Doyediri of Bayelsa State dumped the PDP in November. And then they talk about the waning influence. The development in Rivers marks the first time that the oil-rich state we have an APC governor. The PDP had maintained a tight grip on the state since 1999. Many believe that the PDP's influence in Rivers politics began to wane when a former governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, declared his support for the candidate of the office of the APC in the 2023 presidential election, Bola Tinubu, after former Vice President Atiku Abubakar emerged as the candidate of the opposition party. Wike's action was termed anti-party by some leaders of the PDP. But Tinubu, who was declared winner of the presidential election by the Independent National Electoral Commission after rigging, later appointed the former governor as the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). A protracted political disagreement between Wike and Fubara had pitched the lawmakers against the governor. The crisis led to the partial demolition of the State Assembly complex by forces allegedly loyal to Fubara, as the attempted move to impeach the governor by the lawmakers loyal to FCT minister. Tinubu waded in and declared state of emergency on March 18, suspending the governor and his deputy Ngozi Odu and the lawmakers. Tinubu also appointed Vice Admiral Ibok Ete, retired, as the administrator, bringing in the military to come and test political power. At the expiration of the emergency rule on September 17, Tinubu reinstated Fubara, his deputy, and the lawmakers. Meanwhile, the leadership crisis in the PDP has lingered since the outcome of the 2023 presidential election. The division deepened with the emergence of two factions at the national level of the party, with the expulsion and counter-expulsion by key members of the party. What a shame.